Hello everybody. Oh wow. So, I got a new video for you guys out again. And this time it's about crazy leftist people. I like, by the way, Odins Man. It's him that I'm going to react on because he's reacting on TikTokers. And you should just see, this is crazy. And just let's have some fun with these people because it's just completely insane, man. Like, whew, I'm just getting it hot because of it.
Controversial opinion, but if you have a token white and you're hanging out...
Wait a second here, where the hell are they getting this? I'm the token white guy now? Trying to figure out where TikTok's getting all this information. Let's take a gander.
This is Sharon Marie Chester.
Hey, Sharon.
Licensed clinical social worker and racially literate white person.
White token? Wait, what? What? Hold up, what's going on here, man? I don't get what white token is. Oh, you mean a guy that just, like, that you can... this is what I hate about leftist people, man. Like, they have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. I like them, but the thing is that, like, that gal is Asian, by the way, and I don't understand why she is talking about, white tokens and stuff. But that's all fine and stuff like that. I don't know what is going on with the left side, man. Where's the time that the left was actually doing a proper job and actually being cool and stuff like that? Whatever, man.
I didn't know that was a degree, racially literate white person. She's a social worker. Supposed to be like a counselor, right? Help people get along.
To talk today about who a racist is.
Okay, let's hear it.
And what racist is.
What is it?
How can you be racial illiterate? That's so weird. I guess it's like, not seeing color, but that's also dumb. I see color all the time, and I see brown, blue, all these things. And besides, why the hell are you talking about fucking, racism, and why are you talking about white people being racist? That means that you are a racist, you know what I mean? So what you're saying, I don't think you should talk about us, for us at all. That's not your job.
So, starting out, let's make this easy. All white people are conditioned to be racist from birth.
If that's the case, then all humans are also conditioned to be either boy or girl. That's properly thinking, but all white people are conditioned to be racist? Get the hell out of here, man.
Wait a second here. I was adopted by a black family, grew up in a black neighborhood. Does that make me a racist and I just don't know it yet?
It is our upbringing, it's our conditioning.
Of course not. That's the last thing that you would be. And also I think it's quite interesting that you're raised by black people. That's pretty interesting. But the thing is that, like, no, man, like, it's just no, it doesn't make any sense what she's saying in the first place, man, about that. You're not a racist, and you never showed me any racism. If that was the case, then, well...
If you are not actually dismantling racism, if you're not going to pull people up from the bottom of the pyramid to the top, then you are participating and benefiting from racism.
Let me get this right. The diversity hires, the getting into colleges because of the color of your skin, that's not enough. I gotta pull people up from the bottom. I gotta give them my stuff. I think that's how this works.
All white people...
Of course, that's not how it works, but, like, if you are raised a racist, but that's not the same as being born as a racist. That's not the same. But you're not a racist simply because you're white. That's bullshit. That's like saying like that black people are always oppressed simply because they're black. No, we're not all oppressed. We have it a bit tough sometimes, but that's not always being oppressed, I'm a black man myself, man, like, for real, and I don't really agree with what the left is saying at all. It's just annoying. It doesn't make any sense, and they should shut the fuck up.
Racist. So I put this up because
Now this woman, if you haven't seen her before, it's a great one. YouTube scrubbed it off the interwebs. She just basically is coming into a group of white women, primarily, and tell them they're all racist. And if you haven't noticed, they're the PayPal me after she tells the people they're all scumbags.
Yeah, isn't that ironic, huh? Like, seriously. But I seen that video, by the way. That is a really weird video, and I was actually infuriated because all the things that he said were just hasty generalizations. There was no merit in it. I so wish that I could just talk with you like eye to eye or so, Odin. Like, for real, I think we could have very good conversations with each other, but like about this. I just am worried about that stuff, man. This is not what I ever actually supported at all, man. Like, for real. I could say more about it.
really want any white person in the room to know up front that this is what we're dealing with, that it's not going to be this coddling of white tears and what that looks like. We're not going to discuss, oh, maybe some of us have worked it out. No, you're always going to be.
I'm sorry, but I know too many white people that are not racist. You know, I agree that a lot of white people can be racist, or they sometimes come out of a racist corner a little bit. But I do think that the majority is just by accident. You know, some people just flap things out. We flap things out all the time. Like you right there, you flapping things all the time. You know, like, but is anybody going to keep you accountable for what you say? No. You can just ramble on like an idiot. But I have to shut the fuck up. Why?
So even when you're on your path to trying to figure out how to be a better human being.
Now stay tuned. We got the young Asian woman coming up that the token white guy shouldn't come to the friend group. I'm just trying to get a feel for where this come from.
All this stuff comes from affirmative action, man. Like, for real, there are a ton of people out there in education and stuff, and you know, they just now teaching affirmative action, wherein unqualified people are actually now just doing the jobs that they aren't qualified for. So this change also brought all these changes and stuff that you see right now.
Are these people being brainwashed? Am I a racist yet? Even though I don't know it, I was raised by a black family. Trying to get my arms around this one.
And protect the racial hierarchy and the white position with it, which is an unequal hierarchy.
You know, I'm black and I don't know what these people are most of the time talking about. You know, I don't even recognize it. Yeah, I'm raised by white people, you know, but the thing is that I'm not white, I'm black, and I just accept everybody the way they is. How can somebody be racist from birth? I still don't get it. How can you be a white token? What the
Got it.
All white people are conditioned to be racist. You may not want to be a racist and still be one.
You don't wanna be a racist. No, Karen, I don't wanna be a racist. Well, you're a racist right now, mate. You know, you actually discriminate me even further. You know, the left was always racist. You guys are the ones racist. You're trying to fucking, you know, help yourself.
You may not even recognize that you're a racist and still be one.
Wait a second. So if I don't want to be one, I could still be one.
Into our community so that we're going to like you or so? Is that your entire plan, Karen? You failed. You failed. This is not how you do it. I'm sorry, but you suck, and all of you suck. You know, the Democrats were always racist.
I may not recognize it. I don't know how I am, but I still could be one. So what do I do here? What's like the fix for my problem that I don't know I have, that I may or may not have, that she tells me I do have?
People who are racially literate
can't fix what isn't broken. That's no sense too. And racial illiterate? I'm just thinking I just barfed there a little bit, man. Like, what the hell? I mean, seriously, man, if you, like, we have 3 races, Ham, Shem, and Yafet. What's the big trouble here, man? Race exists, whether you like it or not, okay? And black is not a race, it's a skin color.
Often recognize racism and racists before the racist does.
So she's racially literate. You are not. You're a troglodyte. She can explain it to you. Just give her the 10 grand for the corporate seminar and she'll fix all your problems.
Yeah, right, and I'm the king of frickin' Spain. Bloody hell, man. So the left also is the one that established the KKK. They are the ones that killing all my forefathers. Were always the ones that were always putting these legislations in there. They were the ones that, you know, brought weapons and stuff towards us so that we could kill each other. They're the ones that also put out Planned Parenthood. Shall I go on, or?
Becoming an anti-racist involves becoming racially literate in...
How do I get that brainwashing to become racially literate? Do I go to her course? Do I just give all my shit away to somebody else who just came up from Guatemala? Did they count reparations? 200 grand per black farmer in the country. If you missed that, take a look in the description.
Nah, just don't do anything, man. Like, the thing is that I know you got black friends, Odin or Jameson Travels. And you would probably be a good friend of mine as well, I'm sure of it, you know, like, for real. I only hate people with a bad character. I don't hate white people because they're right. I hate people who are ignorant. I hate people who are dumb, uneducated. I hate people who are, you know, just not logic, lack common sense, if you will. You know, like, I just lose too much brain cells over this stuff to just worry about, you know, the things that they worry about, you know. Like, I got a good life. I don't even have to worry about it. Shit.
Recognizing the many racially oppressive narratives that perpetuate the myth of white supremacy.
So if there's a myth about white supremacy, are they really supremacist? Are they supreme if it's a myth? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to track you. Help me out.
Sure, there is white supremacism, but that doesn't mean that it is a problem. Sure, the white man is in power. I mean, 8% of the whole world is actually white. They're actually a minority in the world. But I don't believe really in my white supremacism the way they are. The white supremacism, you know, white people are in power. There are more white people in America than that there are, you know, black people in America. That's the supremacy. That's the supremacy. There is nothing, you know, what they say, which is true, is white supremacy.
Controversial opinion, but if you have a token white and you're hanging out with your friend group of color.
Am I the token white? I got friends of color. So they using me as a token? Like to get in places? I have the white privilege card. They think they're getting a hookup here? What's going on?
You're not a white token, and I don't believe for a second that these black people that you are friends with are using you as a white token at all. You know, I wouldn't use you as a white token. I would be friends with you because I generally just like you and you got the good ideas or so, I guess. You know, that's the reason. And also, I want to emphasize, white or black isn't a race. Ancient people were all black, you know, they were all dark in skin color, you know what I mean? Mixing is really a new thing, you know what I mean? Like, dude, to 8% is white, come on!
Ask permission from everybody in the group to bring your white friend. Like, don't just bring them.
Don't ask permission, bad idea. You and everybody can just do what the hell they want. If you want to bring a black friend or a white friend or a yellow friend, you can do that without scrutiny and nobody cares.
Ask for explicit permission from everyone, because just because you're comfortable with them.
Let me make sure I got this right. So my friends that are of color have to ask their other of color friends if I can come, so I don't upset this whole weird
Doesn't mean that everybody's comfortable with them. I might not be in the mood to deal with white shenanigans that day. That's all.
I'm sorry, but I just don't want to deal with Asian shenanigans, man. If you're saying that you don't want to deal with white shenanigans, and I say I don't want to deal with Asian shenanigans, simple as that. That's racist. It's racist. All that is racist. Why do you say these racist things? You want people not to be racist, but you continue to be racist yourself? How is that going against racism? How is that fighting racism? It's not. You're full of shit. You know, like, you really are. Like, for real. And, you should just go away and throw yourself out because you're as useless as it can be. You know, nobody asks for your opinion, man, if you have an opinion like that.
Wait a second, what are white shenanigans? I missed that training class. You know, the white privilege card, the check's in the mail, but I don't know the shenanigan class. Help me.
All I'm saying. And another thing, it feeds into their ego.
It feeds in their ego. What ego? What ego are you talking about, man? People just want to genuinely just, you know, move on with people. They want to deal with people, right? So, you know, there is no ego here. People just want to be friends with people. That's not ego thing, man. Like, for real. Maybe there are people that are egoistic with that, but I don't think most white people are, though. That's just your figment of imagination.
Like, don't let them think they're a good white person.
Or, whatever you do, don't let this person here think that she is a good Asian person.
So if I get invited to a group, I get invited to a party, now I'm getting really upset here, and it's mostly people of color, they may invite me to feed into my ego, and that's supposed to make me feel good, because I don't know I have the white problem, like I'm a racist, I just don't know it yet, and she doesn't want my ego fed, because I'd feel better somehow.
Don't give them that card to use against other people.
Wow,
Please don't
give me the card, no.
Alright, so that's the left, you know, being completely ignorant and destroyed by lack of knowledge. There is no reason for you to do whatever the hell they say. You know, I want you to be friends with black people, and I am happy if you are friends with black people. It shouldn't matter what color you are. It didn't matter in ancient time. I have studied about that. It doesn't really matter today. Okay, you know, if you are a Caucasian person, who cares? You know, you're probably a good person. Well, I'm sure this person is not a good person at all, simply because she is thinking like this, you know. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for me. I see you guys later with the next video.